While the human body consists of 206 bones, an average car is made up of 30,000 parts. You heard me right, 30,000 parts.
And 75% of all the Rolls-Royce ever made are still on the roads today. Now these facts are just a testament to the magnitude of the human effort that goes into the making of a car. Man has always truly loved his machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this week's episode of WION Pitstop. Alright, let's head to the first segment, Power Bulletin, where we take you through the latest updates from the auto world that caught our attention. So this particular launch caused a lot of buzz in the market as it captured the imagination of several bikers out there who are looking for outright performance and street smartness from their motorcycle.
Yamaha expanded their list of models in their popular FZ series as they launched the much-awaited FZ25 in India. Indian actor John Abraham, who is the brand ambassador of Yamaha for more than 10 years now, unveiled the bike at an event in New Delhi.
We're very excited to launch this bike. It's reminiscent of the FZ, in Europe when I used to ride. And it's fantastic. It's a little baby out here, and she's gorgeous and very talky and great in the mid-range. So for all the guys who want to have fun on the turns, she's absolutely fantastic.
Yamaha describes this bike as powerful mid-class street fighter. From the looks of it, it's very clear that Yamaha has put emphasis on enhancing performance, as the Yamaha's target audience seems to be the enthusiasts in the age group of 20 to early 30s.
When I talk about the short sprint or short, zipping off, or people who are riders who want to just zip off and who want to leave people behind and move in front, for those guys, this is a perfect bike.
The biggest revelation of the launch was, however, not the bike but the pricing. Priced at 1.19 lakh Indian rupees, the naked motorcycle from Yamaha is India's most affordable bike in the 250cc segment.
But you know what? The pricing did take me by surprise.
I know, 2016 overall was a year which was full of surprises, but honestly, not all of them were pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, right from losing Maria Phillips, the first ever woman to compete in F1,
to the Obamas leaving the White House, I think that was heartbreaking. Really.
You know what, Zara? Don't feel too down, because we have some stellar moments like this year-end car launch that put a smile on our faces.
The British carmaker Mini launched the all-new Mini Clubman in India. The gala event in Mumbai flagged off with a stunning fashion show presented by designer Ravi Bajaj under the Ravi Bajaj Gentleman label. The Clubman is the second car to be floated by Mini in India in 2016. At 270mm, which is longer than the standard Mini 5-door, the Clubman is the longest model in the Mini line.
Each time people see a Mini driving in the street, it puts a big smile on the face of a lot of people. It's a beautiful, iconic design. It's very distinctive with the four wheels in the corner. It drives like a go-kart. So it's a very special product that is made also for people who like individualizing the car, who like style, who like design elements and so on.
Clubman is based on the same front-wheel drive UKL platform like its smaller siblings and shares its design cues with the Cooper S. The new Mini features the standard 8-speed automatic transmission for the first time. But the standout feature of the car is the rear split door, which instantly boosts the style quotient. Priced at Rs 38 lakh, will the Mini Clubman leave a mark in the premium car segment?
Moving on, we have some great news for Peugeot lovers as the French car maker is eyeing a comeback in India.
Are you one of those who's always dreamt of driving your own French car in the landscapes of India? Well, don't worry, because the PSA Group is all set to fulfill your dreams. The French automobile manufacturer has joined hands with Hindustan Motors and is all geared up to launch its automobiles in the fast-growing Indian market by the year 2020. PSA will begin producing up to 15,000 Peugeot cars every year, and that'll create 1,500 jobs at the Hindustan Motors plant in the city of Chennai. Chief Executive Officer Carlos Tavares believes that the plan represents a major step in the PSA's group's worldwide profitable growth. While the PSA Group has its hopes held high, but it is equally important to remember that India's market has proved tough to crack for many car makers. An early attempt by the Peugeot brand ended with the collapse of its local joint venture back in the 1990s. With the French rival Renault already in roads lately with the frugal Duster SUV and its smaller Kwid sibling, this will definitely be a French war to look out for.
Whoa, Renault versus Peugeot. Now that's a contest I would not want to miss.
I completely agree with you, Snigdh. Before we head on to the next power-packed segment, let's take a small commercial break. Welcome back, folks. Let's now head to our next segment, Spec Check. So in this segment, we look at cars, we look at features,
One
specifications.
What's up? Where's Satya? Have you seen her anywhere? Because she was right here with me in the previous episode.
You don't like me anymore, and that's fine. And I'm not sure about Satya, although Sumit was seeming a little displeased about her. He sent me a video. You want to check it out?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
There it is.
Auto surveys across the world are indicating a very interesting pattern where people are buying more and more sedans and SUVs and less of compact cars, and that is why the sales of compact cars are falling. But there is one car that beats this trend, and this is BMW's Mini Cooper.
Hang on, Sumit. I don't think you should be spouting random surveys when you can actually charm the engineering marvel standing right next to you. Let the ladies handle it. Trust me. There's a lot more than what meets the eye when you look at a Mini. In fact, it is believed that the designer of Minis hated all things big. Big cars, big houses, big buildings. He believed that people deserved a premium class compact car. And today, this brilliant idea from the 1940s has translated into the much-loved historic icon, the Mini Cooper. With 4 perfectly placed wheels and large round eyes on a friendly-looking face, this Mini Cooper is refreshingly unconventional with just a dash of aggression.
The new Mini has a sophisticated chassis and a very harmonious design on the outlook. The chrome radiator grille and revolutionary LED rear lights complement the 17-inch multi-spoke light alloy wheels and the painted mirrors. The convertible hood, which is the striking aspect of the car, is made of fabric and is completely electrically operated. It takes around 15 seconds to open or shut at speeds of no more than 30 km/h.
When it comes to performance, the new Mini raises the bar with its dynamic handling. Its 2-litre 6-cylinder twin-power turbo engine churns out close to 190 horses and with a peak torque of 280. The engine is paired with 6-speed automatic transmission coupled with 6-speed sports automatic transmission. Now get this Mini goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in 7.1 seconds and clocks in a top speed of 228 km per hour. Crazy!
The interior comes with enough detailing to keep a little child busy for hours. The 6.5-inch display, nestled in the central pod and paired to its idiot-proof scroll wheel placed next to the handbrake, should keep you sufficiently entertained while waiting at traffic signals.
The previous version of Mini Cooper lacked teeth in terms of braking, but now BMW have put a lot of thought in it, and now the braking system is just brilliant. It's responsive, it's precise, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of lag. The car has low center of gravity and great maneuvering ability and great cornering ability. The suspension, however, is a bit on the harder side, especially on patchy and bumpy roads. The car does feel a little, let's just say, not so Mini Cooper. They say that the Mini offers you a go-karting experience, especially on the curb. Well, I couldn't agree more because this little Mini converts your journey into an experience to savor. Well, priced at 36 lakh Indian rupees, I'd say it's a very good buy if you're looking for a sports car with a pinch of luxury and extravagance.
Whoa, that was pretty clean from Satya.
I know that was good, but boy, did Sumit miss out on the Cooper?
Well, he did miss out on the Cooper, but he made up for it by meeting someone really special. And to find out who this certain someone special is, do join us back after this short break.
Up next is a very special segment. In this segment, we focus on personalities for whom automobiles are not just machines. We talk to people who've made motoring what it is today.
We talk, we converse, we cruise.
Broken bones, third-degree burns, over-exhaustion, over-exertion. This man has seen it all.
And it's not been easy for him to achieve all that he has, especially coming from a country like India, where motorsports still remains a niche sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had the honor of having India's #1 off-road racer, CS Santosh, join us in our very own studio, where he spoke to us about the recently concluded Dakar rally and more.
Share with us about some experience. What was the worst part of the whole Dakar for you?
Wow, the worst part. The thing is that when you do a race like the Dakar, there are lots of bits that you really love and there are lots of bits that you don't like. And when you're doing a race like the Dakar, like a lot of us think to ourselves, like, why do we even put up with all this? Why do you go through all the torture for 12 or 13 days and then you still want to come back the next year? It's a difficult question to answer, but every day there is a lot of difficulties that we face in the Dakar, because we race off-road, and we race from the deserts to the dunes, to the riverbeds, to conditions in which it'd be difficult to walk. So yeah, there are lots of tough instances. I think one of them, the toughest part of the Dakar this year was in Bolivia, because we spent 6 days. It was high altitude, it was really cold, and it was quite challenging in Bolivia this year.
Well, you also shared an experience where you had to endure high dunes. You have not seen worse dunes than this. Tell us about something.
So in Bolivia this year, there was a lot of talk about the dunes of Capricorn. Like they kept saying the dunes of Capricorn. Like there was something more to it. Like it was something that we needed to fear. And sure enough, when we reached this part in Bolivia, the dunes were high altitude dunes. So the thing about high altitude is the motorcycle that generates a lot of power actually is starving for oxygen as well, like just like how we at high altitude struggle for oxygen, even the motorcycle is struggling for oxygen. And it significantly reduces the power of the motorcycle.
You also had a partner this time. How did the partnership go?
So my teammate this year was Joaquim Rodriguez. He's from Portugal. Although it's a tiny country, they produce a lot of good talent, and he's one of those talented riders. He finished 12th this year in the Dakar, which is really, really good, So he's an extremely professional and very, very talented rider, and I'm fortunate to have him.
And talking a bit about your overall journey as the rider now becoming, participating in Dakar, you have had some of the near-death experiences also, as we know. Please share with us what kind of experiences were those?
Over the years, I've been known to be like a cat. I've avoided and been in situations where it could have been a lot worse. But I think one instance where I did have a lot of trouble, and I would say it was a really close call, was when I was on fire in Abu Dhabi in one of the races. I mean, that's the closest that I've come, and being on fire is not a good experience.
Okay, and so far, for all those people who aspire to be, also the youngsters who aspire to be CS Santosh or taking part in endurance racing throughout the world, what's your message for them?
I think, in short, I would say life is what you make of it. When I started racing motorcycles, it was never a career option. There was nowhere that we could go, and today I'm sitting here with this being my life, as in this is my job. So, come a long way, and I think that's the key.
And if we talk about the ecosystem that supports these endurance racing or these kind of new motorsports, what kind of changes you think should be there in ecosystem? How much improvement do we need? We are a cricket crazy nation, but of course people like you need support from people, from media, from sponsors, everyone. What kind of supports you need going forward so that people like you more and more, they come out and they participate in these kind of races?
Well, it's India is one of the biggest, largest manufacturing hubs for automobiles in the world. So I think we should produce more than just me, in India. I'm sure that we have a lot of talent out on the streets. It's just that we need to be able to have an outlet, which means having the events in India. And also these events, when you have them, they should be on a scale that allows you to compete here and be ready for the world outside. Right now, there's a huge gap and void between that. I think we need to address that. And of course, now, I wish I could say it's difficult for the sponsors and all that, but the sponsors are coming in now, so it's encouraging. So I see it moving forward.
conversation with CS Santosh, it's a wrap for today.
If you like the show, please keep supporting us. Like our page on Facebook that goes by the name of WION Pitstop. Also, you can tweet to us at WION_Pitstop.
Also, if you happen to have a European car that requires any amount of servicing, then Lakosi Motors in New Delhi is the place to be.
It's a wrap for today. See you again next week. This is Snigdh and Zara signing off for WION Pitstop.